Dame is losing a lot at the receiver position with Chase Claypool, Cole Kmet, and Chris Fink moving on to the next level. Of course, Notre Dame's three leading receivers in the 2019 season. Lou, break down the pass catchers returning for Notre Dame. Of course, Javon McKinley will be Notre Dame's leading career receiver, if I'm not mistaken. So McKinley, you got Bennett Skoranek coming in from Northwestern. Receiver's one of those positions where not a whole lot of production's coming back.
Yeah, you mentioned Ben Skoranek. He had 110 career receptions at Northwestern in his 3 years there before opting to be a graduate transfer here. The rest of the returning Notre Dame receiving corps has a combined 40. Lawrence Keys at the slot actually has the most receptions with 13. McKinley has the most yardage with about 258. And Braden Lenzy is right around that area too with 11 as well. So Ian Book is really going to have to be able to use his experience and vision to be able to spread the wealth around well, because he had the ultimate get out of jail card with Chase Claypool. And Cole Kmet was as good a receiving tight end as you will find in the nation last year. Chris Fink was another reliable security blanket on those 3rd and 6 type situations. So he's going to have to get that chemistry and rhythm going with a whole new receiving corps. Now, the good part of it is that there are veterans here now. Braden Lenzy, Lawrence Keys are going into their junior seasons, and the ultimate X factor on the entire corps, if not the entire team, is Kevin Austin, coming back after a year's suspension. You hope that he can have that type of rebound from that, the way Dexter Williams did after getting suspended the first 4 games of 2018 and then coming through like gangbusters with 995 yards rushing, 13 touchdowns. The fortunate thing with Kevin was that even though he was on suspension, he was able to practice with the team. He was allowed to do so. So in that sense, there's not a rhythm gone as far as or rust developed from inactivity. He was out there, but it was mainly with the scout team, so he wasn't always running what Notre Dame wanted to run with him in the lineup. But that's still going to be a benefit. And in the one spring practice that Notre Dame did hold, he was the clear standout there among the receiving corps. And you could also see there was a confidence in getting the ball to him in that get out of jail type of mode that they had with Claypool. And he'll be playing likely in the boundary position where each of the last 3 years you have a future pro there. You had Equanimeous St. Brown, then you followed by Miles Boykin, the 3rd round pick, and then Chase Claypool, who could be picked even higher than Boykin. At the field side, you had both Bennett Skoranek and Braden Lenzy, Braden coming out first. Those two guys complement each other there with different skill sets. And then at the slot, Lawrence Keys there with Avery Davis, who's much more probably suited for a receiving role, the slot role, than he was at running back. Caught 10 passes last year, 2 of them for touchdowns. So he would probably be ready to go there as well.
Lou, at tight end, I think Tommy Tremble's one of those guys that you could talk about as an X factor really at the whole receiving corps. What are you expecting from him?
Well, I would anticipate that he can have that. Last year at this time, we projected that Cole Kmet would definitely double his stats with a healthy year. Cole, as a sophomore, caught 15 passes for 162 yards, no touchdowns. Tommy caught 16 passes for 183 and 4 touchdowns. Now it's his turn to emerge in that capacity as a receiver. And the thing that was underrated about Tommy, he graded out very well in Pro Football Focus as a run blocker as well, which is going to be an essential element to already a veteran line to help running back core that's going to be a question mark going into this season. And then, complemented by Brock Wright. It's easy to forget Brock 4 years ago was Notre Dame's #1 recruit per Rivals. He was a top 50 recruit, number 44 overall. Cole was number 95. but they were the top two guys in that class. And yeah, we talk about Michael Mayer, number 36 recruit, and the highest tight end recruit at Notre Dame since Kyle Rudolph was number 20 in 2008. But let's not forget Brock Wright. He's been in the program for 3 years. Big, strong guy, and he was a top 50 recruit as well. So tight end use should continue in the capacity they have been the last several years, or decades, really.